Welcome to the Agent's Corner. I'm Shauna Kutak. We have made it to week 2. How did week 1 go of Step Up, Scale Down? Were you able to eat some smaller portions? Did you say no to all those little bites and tastes that were all around you? Did you say no to those extra French fries? What about, did you pass on a dessert, or did you share a dessert? So we want to celebrate everything that happened last week. I know y'all did fantastic. We got some great information for week 2. This week we are talking about stepping up to healthy meals. But before we get started, I want everybody a little reminder. I need everybody to register for this program. So we have this QR code that will be available. You just have to click on the QR code, enter your unique ID. The start date is January 7th. I'm Shauna Kutak, the instructor. So we just need you to register. So please do that. So again, like I said, this week is stepping up to healthy meals. So we're going to talk a little bit about fad diets, because I know we've all tried them. I know they're around. So let's talk about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates get a horrible rap, and a lot of times people just want to cut out all carbohydrates. Guess what? You can lose weight, and you can lose weight fast. But you got to keep asking yourself, is this a way that I can live for the rest of my life? We're trying to make changes that will last a lifetime. So is it possible not to eat another carb for the rest of your life? I'm not quite sure that's possible. So that's always a question to ask. Also, you hear about grapefruit diets. Eat all these grapefruits, you're going to lose weight. You will lose weight, but do we want to eat grapefruit for the rest of our life? So again, ask yourself these questions. Is this a lifestyle? This is what we're doing. We're not going to do like a diet. We're doing a lifestyle change. So carbohydrates actually help brain function. So you hear people who get off carbohydrates have brain fog. Right, because the carbohydrates are needed for brain activity. So it's so important that you do incorporate healthy carbs into your diets. So let's also talk about fasting diets. Now this program, Step Up, Scale Down, is designed at Texas A&M. We are all research-based, and the research does not show that fasting diets are any better than healthy eating. And again, are the fasting diets going to be a long-term way to live? So let's think about calories in versus calories out. That is scientifically proven to lose weight. Calories in versus calories out. Also, we never ever want to starve our bodies. So these fasting diets can sometimes starve your bodies and trigger fast weight loss. But remember, food is fuel. Your body needs the food, the nutrients, the vitamins in these foods to fuel you, give you energy, allow your brain to think. So again, I've said this a bunch of times. This is a lifestyle change, not a diet. And it's something that we're going to continue. We're going to make small changes, and we're going to see big results. So it's also very important to always get our physical activity in. So every day, try to exercise about 30 minutes. Now, it can be a walk, it can be a bike ride. Get outside, play with your kids, play with your grandkids. I always like to say movement moments. So remember, these 30 minutes don't always have to be in one big block. So you can do movement moments where you're parking at the back of the parking lot and getting those extra steps in. So try to think of ways that you can get some extra steps in. Instead of taking the elevator up to the 3rd floor, let's climb the stairs. Excellent way. The heart is a muscle, And by doing exercise, you are building your muscle, you're helping your blood flow through your body. So it's very, very important. When you're doing weightlifting and weight exercises, you're helping your bones also become very, very strong. So we're going to lose weight. 1 to 2 pounds a week is a healthy goal to lose weight. And we're going to do it calories in versus calories out. So last week we talked about food diaries, keeping track of food. So again, we're going to keep doing that this week, and we're going to make sure we're assigning calories to each food. I know last week we talked about a food diary where we saw, did we eat at night? Did we snack more when our coworkers brought all the yummy stuff in? But now we have to assign calories to each taste, each bite, each meal, each snack. Everything we do, we are going to assign calories to. So it's really much, much easier if we're doing it on our phone through like an app. But again, it's totally possible to do it in a notebook. But everything, every taste, every bite, everything is assigned a calorie. So, and of course more than 1 calorie. So that is gonna be everybody's task this week, is to make sure that you are assigning calories to everything you're eating. And remember the goals that you set last week for the amount of calories that you need to lose weight. Each pound is 3,500 calories. So that's what we're going to try to lose and cut back in 1 week. So remember the magic number was 500 less calories. That can be divided up into moving and exercising, 250 that way, and then eating less, 250 calories. Or, you know, you could do the 500. So anyway, up to you, whatever works for you. So again, bearer of bad news, let's talk about plate sizes, portion sizes. This is where we have the hardest time with. I always laugh, like I go to Whataburger and I order the medium meal, and the drink, we all know, the drink is like this big. I mean, seriously, I'm like, oh my gosh. So, myplate.org has some fantastic ideas. It shows that our plate needs to be 1/2 fruit and vegetables. Then we have whole grains, proteins. These are lean proteins, and then our dairy. Now, here's the bad news. Go home and measure the plates that you have at your house. They're all probably 10.5 inches to even 12 inches. So when we fill this plate full of food, we're getting so many extra calories. Even if you're doing half the plate and you have a big plate like this. This is a 10.5 inch plate like most dinner plates. And you're filling it. You're still getting more calories because it's more, you can fill it up more, right? So we're recommending a 9-inch plate. So you're gonna take your 9-inch plate. This is like a lunch size plate. We're going to divide it in half, put your fruits and vegetables in 1/2. Then the other side will be your whole grains and your proteins. So again, let's talk about portion sizes. This here is a portion of broccoli. Now, what I like to do is kind of trick my brain, because I can put the broccoli in a bowl like this and it looks empty. I mean, let's load it up more, right? Well, if you put your broccoli in a smaller bowl, look, it looks full. So it's different size bowls, but your brain thinks, oh, it's full. Same with the plate. Same with the plate. We have a 10.5 inch plate. Let's get rid of that. Let's try a 9-inch plate. Fill this plate up. Fill it up with fruit and vegetables, your lean proteins, and your grains. And your brain's gonna think, oh, my plate is full. So let's try this. Challenge yourself this week. Get some smaller plates. Let's try it. Try it on a disposable plate. Not telling everybody to go buy brand new plates. Try a smaller plate and just see, are you satisfied at the end of the meal with your smaller plate? So this again is our broccoli. Each vegetable brings different nutrients and vitamins. So it's important that when we're picking our vegetables to choose a variety of colors. We always say eat the rainbow. Here's the corn. Corn got a bad rap when it comes to carbohydrates. But guess what? Ask yourself. This is what I always say. Did anybody get fat on corn? The answer is probably not. So again, we're going to think about portion sizes. This is 1 portion of corn. Again, if you put it in the big bowl, it looks empty. Oh, so I always, again, trick yourself. Put it in the smaller bowl where it looks full. This is a serving of a baked potato. Baked potato is not bad for you. It's the amount. So when we go to the barbecue restaurant, is this the size of potato you get? No. We love those big bakers. So what you're gonna do is cut those big bakers in thirds. Cut it in thirds, eat a third there. Take a third home for lunch and eat the other third for dinner. So it's not a bad thing to use to-go containers. When you're eating out, take your meal. It's probably on a plate this big or bigger. Take it, cut it in half. Put half right into the go container. You can do it right as soon as you get your meal. Get your meal, ask the waiter or waitress for a to-go container. Cut the food in half, put it in the go container, put it on the floor, and you'll never see it. And then that way you can enjoy your meal and you just cut your calories in half. Same with trick for chips. We all love our chips and salsa. A great trick is to put about 6 on a plate. Fill your little bowl up, ask them for a salsa bowl. Fill this up with chips and then take your chip and break it into smaller pieces and use that to dip. Smaller pieces. And then that way you think you have about 50 chips because you have taken your chips and divided them up into smaller pieces. So that's another trick and hack. Another thing, portion size. Pancakes. Pancakes. This is a portion size of a pancake. So if you're eating a pancake that is 2 to 3 this size, first of all, you need to track those calories. If you're eating a bigger pancake, if you're eating a 9-inch pancake, which is not unrealistic of what we get when we go to a restaurant or when we cook at home, you can always cut it in a 1/4, cut it in a 1/3. If you eat the whole pancake, make sure you track your calories. If you decide to splurge and eat a whole entire pancake with the butter and the syrup, track every calorie. And then at lunch, scale it back. Have some lean turkey and a slice of cheese. So you can splurge. I'm not telling you not to splurge, but everything that goes in your mouth goes on your food tracker. So remember, track. Every taste, every bite. So here is our pancake, and this is the serving size of 1 pancake. Now, I always like to use my palm as the serving size, but you can also think about a computer mouse. A computer mouse is about the size of your palm. This is what a size of protein will look like. Your steak, the size of your steak should be this size. It should be a lean cut. The size of your chicken. Here's another idea you can do is your cards, a deck of cards. Your protein should be about this thick. So the piece of fish that you eat should be about this thick. Seafood is an excellent source of protein. We recommend at least 2 meals a week be a seafood. So think about that when you're planning your meals. So dairy, let's talk about dairy. Dairy is a way that we get lots of calories. And so it's also a very easy way to cut calories. So when you're doing your dairy, switch to no-fat milk. If you're drinking whole milk, then switch to 2%. Let's do a little changes. We'll see a big difference. So we're going to do a little bit, and then over time, if you're doing whole milk now, go to 2%. And then after your body gets adjusted to 2%, then go to fat-free. Same with yogurt. Let's do low-fat yogurts. Sugars. Let's talk about sugar. And the sugars are also in those drinks. That's where everybody gets tripped up on. The juices. Try to stay away from fruit juices that have the sugar put in it. Instead of orange juice, the best option would be to eat an orange. Sodas. Our Whataburger medium soda, this big, has so many calories. 500 calories, I'm sure of, in a soda this big. Let's switch to unsweet tea. Diet Coke. We're talking about calories in versus calories out. So if we can alleviate those sugary drinks, lemonade, lots of lemonades have so much sugar. So we're going to try to substitute that. Drink water with lemon instead of the sugary drinks. So those sugary drinks get us, and we don't think about those all the time. Water. Try to drink a bunch of water. We will have one section on hydrating ourselves. So always try to switch from those sugary drinks to water. If you want something with a little taste, like I said, add lemon or go for those diet drinks. So let's try that. The high-fat foods. Now I know that's probably the easiest way that we can alleviate some of the calories and things that we think of. So we're going to try to cut out those fatty meats and go for the more leaner proteins. Also remember that a protein is a nut, a seed, and again, some seafood, some fish. Sodium is a big one too. And so instead of adding salt to every dish, the first thing you should do is try your dish. How many people do we know, or are you guilty yourself, of getting your plate and just start salting, and you haven't tasted the food yet? So what we try to do is taste our food. Taste a bite. Could use a little salt. Let's taste it one more time. See, could it really use salt? Does it really need salt? Or can we enjoy our food the way it is? So try to taste it first before you start automatically adding the salt. Also, try some different herbs. Rosemary is a great way. Basil is a great way. Even some lemon and lime or some vinegar. Add those to your dishes instead of the salt, and you'll be getting more flavor, and it'll be so much more beneficial to you. So to wrap it up, we're going to, again, I've said this before, calories in versus calories out. We're not gonna get on the bandwagon of the fad diets of losing weight super fast, because guess what? When we lose weight super fast, we're gonna gain it back super fast as soon as we get off the diet. So this is a healthy lifestyle. We're making small changes, and in the end, we're gonna get a big result. We're gonna be healthier, happier, and leaner. Again, please remember to register. If you have any questions, I'm just right around the corner at the extension office. My name is Shauna Kutak. You can email me. My extension is 119. I would love to share recipes, or if you have a success, let me know. I would love to mention the successes in our videos. If you have tips or tricks, let me know. I would love to share the tips and tricks. So I hope y'all have a great week. Make sure that you track everything, eat some healthier foods. Let's try to switch to a smaller plate, half of the plate fruits and vegetables. So have a fantastic week. Always live your best life with AgriLife. Have a great week. Thanks. Bye-bye.